Alright guys, if you hear my kids screaming, it's because they're having a outrageous morning here. Anyways guys, welcome back to your training. What we're going to do right now is we're going to go over some of those things I was talking about in the last video. Kind of understanding a little bit about search engine optimization, some of the actual technical terms here, and what exactly it means, so that as we go along in these basic trainings right here of understanding how to implement certain things, you guys have a complete understanding of what I'm talking about. Right now what we're going to do is we're going to go on-page and off-page optimization, just kind of talk about that and how the search engines really look at these things and really factor in these things for ranking purposes. That's what we're trying to do here, guys. We're trying to get ranked. As you know, and as I told you, 71% of the stuff that's bought and sold online still happens through search. Opportunities join through search. Man, my daughter's loud. So let's go with on-page first. And what I'm talking about on-page, I'm talking about your blog, your website. And the blog website is kind of the 1 and 2. It's the same thing, guys. And we'll talk about that later as we learn a little bit more about WordPress. If you guys don't have a presence set up online, go to Online Marketing Mentors now. You guys can set up your own very own unique website. Get it done. We'll have that thing up and running for you ASAP, SEO'd, and everything. So all you have to do is start creating content. That's it. So let's go in here, and what we're going to do is we're just going to start really focusing in on-page optimization. Now what I'm talking about, and if you got Windows 7, you can open up 2 different windows here, and you can go to like davidjboozer.com, Online Marketing Mentors, click on our blog. Go ahead and do that. You can press pause. Okay, we're back. And just kind of look at a post. Click on a post there, click on a title to something. It's going to open up a blog post, basically. Now in here, what we have to understand first is, let's look at the title tags. If you scroll up and down, you'll find a title to this. You'll find a title to that piece of content. Title is very, very important. And as a matter of fact, that top title, the very top one up here, is going to be considered an H1 tag. That's what we call it, an H1 tag, a heading tag, or a headline 1. If you look in your WordPress, which I'll show you in the on-screen recording. H1, that's going to be the main title of this piece of content. Now if I have, say, 700 words, 1,000 words, 1,500 words that I wrote, don't be afraid to write that much, guys. It really doesn't take that long. James can pump those suckers out in like 20 minutes, guys. And if you're like me, you can pump them out in about 45 minutes. But still, you can pump out a piece of content like this in an hour, including a video, including images, including anchor text and everything. We'll talk about that. But the thing is that this is the main title to this piece. This is what this piece is all about. But if I have something that's that long, I might want to break it up. Let's say that I'm talking about video marketing strategies for beginners. And I want to talk about, okay, video marketing strategies for beginners. And then I'm going to have things like 3 different main strategies. I might want to sit there and put on an H2 tag after the, I'll put in like 1 to 3 paragraphs in here, just kind of introducing everything and start talking about what we're going to be talking about. Then all of a sudden you're going to find an H2 tag that has a small title to it, like Video Strategy 1. So basically what I did, and we'll talk about keywords in the next video, but I used 2 of those keywords, video and strategy, inside this right here, and this is Video Strategy number 1. Now I write another, say, 2 paragraphs about that particular strategy. And then I'll come down here and you'll see that I'll make another H3 tag, and then this will be, of course, Video Strategy number 2, and then down here an H4 tag. These little titles inside of here are going to be bolded, and they're going to be made into an H2, an H3, and H4. This is something that actually, guys, and as I go through this video, I'm going to tell you why this is so, it's SEO. It really, really is. It's search engine optimization, but for people. Why? Because I'm going to break down each of these titles right here to where people can scan it. 80% of the people online don't read all the content. They scan through and look at what they want to look at. This is why something else that I do that is absolutely important, which is putting video on just about every piece of content I have when it comes to my posts or my pages or anything else. It's just what I do. And the reason is it keeps people on my site longer. 80% of the people don't read all the content. This is why we create these things. Not just for SEO, but this is actually for people and is search engine optimization friendly. Because it is people friendly. That's right. So, now that we understand why there's kind of subtitles underneath the main title, and we've kind of broken up our content, let's look at it like this, guys. Here's another thing that we need to understand real quick about the search engines when it comes to actually writing content. I want you to understand this one. A lot of you have actually heard of the Fleisch reading scale. It's kind of a way that I think it was it came up. Man, the person who Fleisch did it. God, it must have been like over 100 years ago. I don't know, something like that. It could have been 60 years ago, 100 years ago, whatever. The thing is, guys, is that in all honesty, when this thing was created, was actually to kind of judge the readability and understandability of written word. And the thing is that the algorithms, Google algorithms especially, do use the Fleisch reading scale. So you need to understand that. We also have to understand this, though. The average reader online, the average person online only reads at a, let me get a pen that works. How's that sound? The average reader online only reads at a 10th grade level. Not kidding. A 10th grade level. How's that? That would be me. So we got to understand that. This is why we break some of this stuff down. Now the next thing that we want to do for on-page optimization that really kind of helps people is that we can also break things down not just into a whole bunch of headings. Sometimes I only have one heading, the H1, sometimes H1, H2, sometimes H1, H2, H3, H4, H5. Depends on how long the piece of content is. Sometimes just an H1 or an H2. But inside of here, what you're going to see is that I actually bold things within the content. So there might be, in a paragraph or two, you'll find sometimes that I bold a particular word or phrase. The reason is that I'm making it, that's right, it's just eye candy. It's for people, if I don't have a long piece of content, but I want people to actually look at a certain something that I wrote, then I might want to bold that word or two or three to sit there and say, oh, here's the secret. You know, the secret to video marketing. And it says the secret is bolded. This is actually going to help people go, oh, the secret. You see what I'm saying? That's right. This is why I bold things. Another thing is bullet list. Bullet list. Man, my daughter. You know what a bulleted list is. It goes like that, and it's got a little list of things. So I might want to talk about video marketing, like what not to forget when creating your video and loading your video. You know, I'll put the word title, description, tags, and whatnot. These are the things that I want to sit there and bullet point so that people can sit there and say, okay, don't forget this, don't forget this. They can just look at it real quick. I bolded, don't forget these, with a colon. Boom, underneath, it's bullet pointed. Titles, tags, descriptions, annotations, things like that. Another thing is numbered lists. Numbered lists are just basically the same thing, guys. You know what a numbered list is, and these things, they're just as important. They're just as important. It's either bullet or numbered, depending on what you want to do. Sometimes I look at it like this when I'm looking at a numbered list, is I might actually break it up. Instead of a whole bunch of header tags, I might have one H1 tag here and an H2 tag here that gets into the meat of the subject. And then all of a sudden, I'll start going titles. And I'll just start writing about video titles, and I'll do like this, and then I'll just start writing the content out, just like this, and then come to number 2, boom, boom, boom. So I'll kind of break it down into little tiny, small bite-sized chunks of information. And this is just a great way to optimize your content for the search engines, but in reality, what are we doing again? That's right, we're just optimizing our content for people. So they can go through and look at the main important stuff that they want to look at. Not, they're not going to look at everything you want them to look at. They're just not going to do that. But this, you can get them to look at these things right here because they're bolded, they're bullet pointed, they're numbered and underscored. Don't forget underscoring. You can underscore things just like I did here. These are all the little things for on-page optimization. Another thing that the search engines are really going to look at is called anchor text. Now, this is going to be a little funny and for some people it could be a little complicated to understand, but I'm going to talk about two different kinds of anchor text. One is contextual navigation, another one is just navigation, period. It's just outbound linking. Let's talk about contextual first. Contextual navigation is basically anchor texting words. that are inbound that stay within my website to other pieces of content. And basically an anchor text is this. Do you know when you see like the words like strategies, and for some reason I know this is really basic for you guys, but it's clickable. You can see that it's a different shade than the other words on the. It's basically a hyperlinked word to another piece of content somewhere else. Maybe somebody's funnel, maybe another piece of information outside, maybe another piece of content inside the website. So now that we understand that part, okay. So the thing is contextual navigation. What this is doing is this is going to take them to other pages within my website. It could be my about page, could be a contact page, could be another post about that goes in deeper into, you know, that particular piece of content that I'm writing about. But here's the thing about anchor text, guys. Even when it comes to navigation, these are anchor text words, which means that every anchor text word should have keywords. We'll talk about keywords later. Keywords within the word or the small little phrase that you're hyperlinking that actually has that in the title of that piece of content. So if I'm going to talk about basic video marketing strategies, then and I might have a post out there that's based on, say, taking advantage of daily motion. And I actually use the word daily motion in this piece of content. I might want to hyperlink that word daily motion to that other piece of content on my website about daily motion. You see what I'm saying? I'm making a contextual. Here's the thing though. I'm making a connection. That's all I'm doing. I'm just making a basic connection from one piece of content to another valuable piece of content within my website, whether it's a page or a post. We'll learn about pages and posts and the difference of them later, but this is contextual navigation. Now, there's also outbound. Outbound is, there's other words for it, but let's just use outbound because it's very simple to understand. It really doesn't matter to me. Potato, potato. Outbound links. This is going to go to a completely other website itself. It could be a Wikipedia of some kind. It can be a wiki site. It could be maybe a video somewhere else of somebody else. Maybe it's another blog post of somebody else. Maybe it's another website of somebody else. Maybe it's a landing page. It could be any one of these things, guys, that you're actually linking to. But here's the deal. These anchor text links need to make sense to where they are going. As I said once again, maybe something in the description or the title of that particular page that it's going to. If I use the word success online, I might want to link to my landing page because my landing page is basically in the description and the title is Success with David. Success Online with David J. Boozer. So this actually makes sense to Success Online. Maybe I'm talking about video marketing strategies, and yeah, I might have a video in this right here, but maybe I have the word advanced video marketing strategies, and I have a video on that. I might want to link out of there to that video on YouTube or Dailymotion or wherever. But I'm linking outbound. Outbound is something other than myself. The one thing I do suggest here, though, is that if you're an affiliate marketer, if you're a network marketer, the thing is that be very particular about who you're linking to. Because you don't want to lose people, and make sure that, and we'll show you how to do the linking part, that your page remains in the screen, in the browser bar, so that it just doesn't go boom and they're somewhere else, okay? So we'll teach you all that stuff too. But basically that's what you want to do with the anchor text. You want to go outbound, but you want to take them to something that's relevant to this particular piece of content. You know, the thing is, guys, that you got to understand that when it comes down to anchor text, when it comes to the search engines and everything else today, it used to be that every page was an island. Every page was an island. Just like, you know, the false claim that every man is an island. It's not true anymore. It's not true anymore. As a matter of fact, guys, it's extremely important to understand that all of this, right, is one big fat world on here. It really, really is. It's a big fat world on here. No man is an island here anymore. Just as, guess what? No website is an island. No page is an island. No nothing is an island. Everything is interconnected. Your whole website is looked at as a whole now, not just one piece of content. So that means any links coming in, any links going out, You need to make sure of how relevant they are, and you need to make sure of where they're coming from and where they're going based on, is this a good site? Is it strong? Is it solid? Does it get good ranking? Do these people add good content to it? Do they continually add content to it? Is it fresh content? Is it popular content? Are people liking it? You need to make sure today. Sorry, it sounds like work, and it is a little effort to go out and look and say, you know, I do want a link here, but I'm not too sure. I mean, there's not a whole lot of likes on this, there's not a whole lot of this, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to like their post and I'm going to link to it anyways. You know, that's a good thing. I think that's fine, but you got to really do your due diligence before linking out to anything online. Everything is an island, because then all of a sudden, everything that thing is connected to, right, is all connected back to you. Everything that they're connected to is connected back to you now. So you got to be very careful, guys. It's a World Wide Web, not the World Wide Island. It's just the way it is. Off-page optimization, guys. Now, we just went through all the on-page stuff. That's some of the very basics, so we understand exactly what I'm talking about later. There's going to be more stuff to learn, but that's the basics. Off-page. What are we talking about off-page? Well, there's going to be two things, or really, basically, there's a whole bunch of different platforms, but there's really just two different things here. We're going to be talking about social sharing and video. Why video? I'm going to tell you this right now, guys. Video is about to be 90% of the information consumption online. I will hit video big in here. I will promote it like a bad boy because it's very, very important. It's very important. It's very important. Let's see here. Let me turn off this phone real quick. We'll continue this. The thing is, guys, is what we need to understand here about social media, social sharing, and everything else, guys, is that our connection, like I said, with your website, no website is an island, no blog is an island anymore. Neither are you socially. You're not an island anymore online. It's not just your Facebook page. It's everybody you invited and people you liked and everything else. Nothing is an island. Videos, it's not an island anymore. It's not an island either. These videos can be shared by anybody at any time and anywhere on the planet online. It's just a fact. And so the thing is that when I'm talking about all of this right here, what I'm talking about is this. If you're going to share a piece of content on Google+, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on whatever, Twitter, whatever it is, here's the deal. Share the link, but guess what? Leave a comment. Tell people, hey, you know what, this is a little bit of information about these new shoes for ladies, blah, blah, blah. Really dig the purple ones. They're really awesome, guys. Take a look, blah, blah, blah. You left a little comment, kind of inviting people in to look at it. You're a part of that community. Kind of shows that you're a part of that community. And don't forget, be a part of that community. Even if you're not sharing a link. Every once in a while, go into your social media sites and just like other people, Google+ other people, do other things. Be a part of the community. If you're going to act like an island here, you're going to be dead in the water. You're going to be dead in the water real fast. You got to be a part of the little communities out here. Now, here's the other thing. It's a real misconception. Gurus are always talking about this stuff, and all these guys are like, dude, you got to be over here, you got to be over here, you got to be over here, you got to be over here. Just a few. Just a few. Whatever you can manage. You know, I usually tell people you only need about 6 to 10 different places. You know, you got your Google+, got your LinkedIn, got your Facebook, got your Twitter. Got your Pinterest. Social bookmarking, a little bit different. We'll talk about that in a second. Got some Delicious, got some Dig, got some Tumblr, got some Posterius or Reddit or whatever. The thing is these are the only places that I really need to be, okay? I don't need to be anywhere else. I don't need to be managing thousands of different social media sites all day long. I don't have to go to Hootsuite and manage 100 of them. I can go to Hootsuite, use it for free, and just manage 4 or 5. Period. So, the thing is, guys, is leave a comment when you're sharing your content and stuff like this. This is very detrimental to your, it could be detrimental if you don't. This is a real positive thing for your website presence as a whole. Because the thing is that social metrics are becoming very, very important, especially to Google today. I know, man, my mouth is getting dry. It's becoming very, very, very important. Other things like videos, guys. Videos are really important because here's the deal. This is all-page content, but it's still content nonetheless. This piece of content right here comes with what, guys? That's right. It comes with the title. It comes with the description, which in reality comes with a link inside. Links. And it also comes with tags, or basically keywords. It's still just an important part of all of this, just like it would be in a piece of content. You got the title to the content, you got the piece of content itself with some links inside of it, and what? That's right. You've got some good structure with keywords going on and understanding how to use these keywords on that on-page optimization. Just like off-page optimization, same thing. If you're going to create a white page or something like that, you know, you want to make sure that you have a good mix of everything, guys. You really, really, really do. So when it comes to on-page and off-page stuff, you know, this is the basics of it. What we're trying to do here is just optimize our content for people, where people can look at numbered points, bullet points, can break up the piece of content into nice, small, bite-sized sections. You know, things that, paragraphs don't need to be any more than, say, 3 to 5 lines long. That's actually being mobile friendly, to tell you the truth, because it's really nice to break them up kind of small on a mobile phone. You can do that on a regular desktop or a laptop or whatever as well. It's nice to break them into, just breaking your content into basically just bite-sized little pieces of information that all make sense together. See, guys, we're not really optimizing for search engines, are we? We're really optimizing for people, and people alone. That's it. Bullet points, heading tags, bolded, italicized. I didn't even mention that, but you can italicize things. Anchor texting, taking people to more information, people to learn more about what you have, whatever it is, maybe to more information on a video somewhere. Social sharing, where people can actually learn and say, hey, you know what, I think I might need this, or I might want this. Taking from a video, they're just on YouTube doing their search, and not the regular search engine, they're doing it on YouTube. They see the title, the description, the tags, and links inside, get you all ranked up there nice and high in YouTube. All of this stuff, guys, is optimizing for people. If you think about it, it's just people. So anytime you're thinking about creating a piece of content, think about, what would you like to see first? What would you like to see? How do you want to sit there and look at this piece of content? What would you want to get out of it? You start creating content with that mindset, you just perfected search engine optimization and search engine marketing, period. Anyways, thank you guys very much for being on this video. What we're going to do next is we're going to start going over keywords and start understanding some of the new relevant factors for keyword usage and ranking. We're going to go through latent semantic indexing. We're going to go through keyword densities. We're going to go through how to figure out that density. We're going to go through a little bit more about anchor text, because that stuff is really, really important. But we're going to go through all of that stuff on keywords. We're even going to go through the importance of keywords for niches, and really getting in there and taking advantage of good, solid keywords to build yourself online, get ranked online, get found online, and convert that traffic online. Anyways, thank you guys very much again, no matter what. God bless. See you on the next video.